yenseyiga ya Kenya. Crown Paints nigo emanyira soko raisia ebintu biria bikomanya seka ngo kwanira kirangi ekyo boigo kire chichi brand ao ekyo kire chingi ya kirage kirangi chiga nigo kire chibirengo ao punabono mbabwate kirangi cyo gwakwa imeye nyumba iziko ye nyumba kire chikomentera nigwa amavuta yani oil na boigo kiriya chia mache inyuranga kirangi chiga nigo kire korwase kire cheri guririke iriya gatigati wekarigori ry'abantabati boigo imeya Uhuru Superstores nero eduka yuka iyo bwate emixer iyo gwochoganya kirangi wikabunuragani gwochoganire erangi yiga aseduke yiga ya Uhuru Superstores na bokwege namuna ekale aho watagete ni gukwaya nyora wikirano tutarire rero eliwe nyorere abamanyi aboigo enekenga enyumba yao use asomanyete use kire biasara njibwa tokorolekana okuya na ayonsi nigo araikirane ekero utumigite kirangi cha Crown Paints eduke yiga ya Uhuru Superstores yego tokase enyumba ya Uhuru Complex imeyumucho yigo busongo eywerangene duka ya Safaricom mwigo ngotuka bari ase nyumba ya JM Towers eyure angene bengi ya Credit Bank asamange bakere simbwetera seti namba chabo 0111161500 Uhuru Superstores, the people's choice, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani.
Aha, kwa hiyo umeamua kuumwaga mchele kwenye kuku wengi. Mbona mimi na yako siyasemi? Mwanaume gani wewe? Kutwa kujilizaliza. Sehemu ya kulia mimi, unalia wewe. Ukirudi nyumbani, unalala tu. Haujali mwenzako nimekula, nimeshiba au nina njaa. Au niwaambie watu kama mchezaji majeruhi. Kwa mwezi unacheza mara moja tu. Niache!
Dada, maneno unayamwaga hayo.
Niache. Wewe umeamua kuyamwaga. Kuanzia leo, watu wote na
Were vya mwancho murigire Getembe TV nigo cyaragire Chinsa Isano na Ibere cyabona umugaso ritukeriga ria Jumatano iyi tariki 22 mutinyino yekome karibu sana Ekeonga Chinsa Isano na Ibere elieta Matildah Obaigwa na kurwase bimanyire nere vene nyaboke karibu sana tunyare gusanga na boyo kwemanya narari agenderete kubwa muno narari agendete ase siasa yense yeito ya Kenya na boyo chinga kechiga kiraborokiwa bikirasikirige 12 bachakire amatemo abo Chinsa mocha Facebook, YouTube tonyore kuna Getembe TV. Karibu sana. Umugavana we county ya Nyamira Musike Amos Inyarebo nigo bono ahirire chinga kichaye na boigo kubaganiria aborokiwa obonsi bali bakora amatemo amanene ose amatemo alia Kenya National Examinations Council NEC aiga kubwa mono ase county yo ya Nyamira nigo bono abaganiri amayaka okwana kurase county yo nigo bono airere buna aborokiwa babonete kwe wachinga kichinyororo chinga kiechiga na boigo na borobu banyare kubeko mukie eri obacha gukonya ebisaku byo matuko arebosio
Asamarieta Injenamos Nyaribo mugavana Nyamira County abana baito form banza amatemo Kenya ngima ngo irenga kieye kubatakira amaya nakobagwisheria bayakore buye no boremu naende baite banyare ko kogendera bujumuti sabana scholarship yaito ya Nyamira County yo somia bana bosa to aroisit progressing ya sana ipachi entangani yaikire form 4. Abana 235 besikora shumba chibakora matemo. Toko batakira maya baita matemo ayo. Sikora shibuye twayasete asengencho twanyora tobotakabore binyoro imea. Abana abo abange mbanje kwanda skulu asengencho eita abandi nechintakana ose ebarwete mecheta rikwenyara. Yene progress engia twaire step entangani baikire form 4 abarabu tobo batakira baita matemo bachimotwe basoma Uchichi University narika baranyare okonya abandi na barabu biemono.
Twerusananirie nä chinkwana chia omugavana wa kaunti ya Nyeri Omusike Kahiga echiga nä chinkwana gose roigano roboti rwabotukirwe nä kiombe kiri kia bagavana ya Council of Governors aiga asense ya Kenya ayaiga nigo bono naboigo nigo ikiombe kio kia Nyari koraria abene na kia mumukiri omugavana uyu Omusike Kahiga egetambukiro aiga kubwatikana nä chinkwana chiae echichabeire chigotara ase mitandao kurwa rituko ria igoro maragoba ekero omugavana uyu wa kaunti ya Nyeri Omusike Kahiga arorekanete buna nigo akoboria abantu borogongo rwa Mount Kenya gosegesa kukia baikoyo banyare gochenga ase biro biga ngikiagira amagendero amange ya serikali yo Omusike William Ruto konyaingeire orogongo rwa Luo Nyanza wetira Omusike Raila Odinga mugavana uyu niga mochigwe asokororekana gochengira ogusira kwae Omusike Raila Odinga.
In a country where political awareness runs high, leaders must exercise both caution and deep sense of responsibility in their public utterances. Following our statement issued yesterday, we have convened a special council meeting to deliberate on the interpretation and impact of the utterances made by His Excellency Kahiga Mutahi, the Vice Chair of the Council of Governors, and the mitigation thereof. We wish to reiterate our deep disappointment on the statements by the Governor. We still maintain that these sentiments are his personal remarks that do not reflect or represent the views and the values of the Council of Governors. We therefore disassociate ourselves in total and condemn these utterances, which were untimely, reckless, and unspeakable, especially at this time of deep mourning. In view of this, the Council has unanimously decided, the Council has unanimously agreed to remove His Excellency Kahiga Mutahi from the leadership of the Council as the Vice Chair with immediate effect. We have also agreed that in due course we will hold another meeting where a new Vice Chair will be elected. But as of today, the resolution of this meeting is that the Council has passed a vote of no confidence on His Excellency Kahiga Mutahi and has agreed to remove him as Vice Chair with immediate effect.
Wancho murigire na kurwa asensemo yayo mugavana Kahiga Mutahi nigo bono anyare gusabwo kwabera kuchasaba Kenya na kubwa mono kurwa se family yayo Omusike Raila Odinga na kutabuna tabwate birengererio byo gucengera gusokorokia ogucengera ogusira kwae omo waziri oyo omokoro na boigo nigo bono anyara gwetigia kigima koba omokonyi bo munyakirugo ase kiombe kia bagavana ekyo gia Council of Governors nekira bono aborire na tabwate birengereri bibe ekirari kubwatuka chinkwana echo.
Fellow Kenyans, I want to take this moment to address issues that have emanated from a vernacular clip that is circulating in social media From the very onset, I want to sincerely apologize to our mourning nation, to the family of the Right Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, Mama Ida, her children Rosemary Jr. and Winnie, Honorable Senator Oburu Odinga and Honorable MP Ruth Odinga, and other siblings and their larger extended family, the ODM fraternity, and the Luo nation and Kenyans at large. And to my colleague leaders from all sides of the political divide for any harm that it has elicited. The clip was taken while attending a burial in my home village, and my remarks were in no way celebratory. What I meant is that under the current broad-based government, we have seen skewed development and politically the loss of the Right Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Odinga sent everyone back to the drawing board. As the popular saying goes, God takes the best, and it is in this context that I made those remarks in vernacular. Let me also make it clear that the remarks I made are my personal views and therefore should in no way be associated with the community's position or any political affiliation, nor the Council of Governors. Finally, in noting the huge public interest that this issue has generated, I am taking responsibility of the real and perceived meaning of my remarks, and as a result, therefore, I have decided that with immediate effect, I am going to step down as the Vice Chair of the Council of Governors. And as I do that, I also pray that the soul of the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga continue resting in eternal peace. God bless Kenya. Thank you very much.
Nshomurigereria mugavana wa kaunti ya Homa Bay na hinde urumunyakirego asikia magia ODM umusike Gladys Wanga nera ni gobono anyariko mocha chinkwana chomugavana yo umusike Kahiga korase kaunti ya Nyeri na boigo nekerobono anyariko tababuna nigo omugavana Kahiga akororokana koba omonogeri oye umusike Rigathi Gachagua ukona kora Kisumu litkoria rero umusike Wanga anyariko tabuno ndebwensi obwate orwa mbere ligose obo Wate wa mate bonde wensi na uchase Rigathi Gachagua ni garo mobisa uchase serikali yiga ya broad based.
And we know that there is politicians like Kahiga who in the life of Raila Amolo Odinga have used him as a bogeyman to scale their own political heights there. But it is shocking that they continue to make Raila a bogeyman in his death. And what I know is that Kahiga does not speak for himself. Kahiga is the spokesperson of Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua mocked Raila's illness and asked whether he was a virus and whether Kalonzo was a bacteria. To date, Rigathi Gachagua is yet to mourn Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga, who braved political tensions to go and mourn his brother, the late Nderitu Gachagua. And therefore, we note now that anyone who associates with Gachagua and his ilk like Kahiga cannot be our friend. The line is drawn. Any person who associates with Gachagua, Kahiga, they cannot be our friends. Whether they are in our party or outside our party. Kahiga has drawn the line. To mock, he has crossed the Rubicon. We have crossed that line now. To mock Raila Odinga in his death, to mock him in his life, we could respond. But to mock him in his death, any person who associates with Gachagua, with Kahiga, with that lot, can never, ever be our friend. Because the principle is, the enemy, the friend of your enemy is your enemy.
Na voigo egati ya wabwatani vikiama Ekeonga ODM ni gobono obatevire etina chichinga ki Kenya yanyari gutwara umurai iwense obirega kuinyora orogongo orwa Luo Nyanza ase amagendero na voigo nekiro batevire tibakugania onde pwensi koswana na obwamate bwabo na voigo ne serikali enene anemono kiro babire bagutigara isiko ye serikali ase myaka menge.
We all know that he revels in death because he's a beneficiary of death. without the death of Dr. Gakuru, Kahiga would be nobody and would be nothing. So anything touching on death, he seems to take great pleasure out of. But as a community, we just want to remind him, because his memory is so short, that we have been out of government since time immemorial, but we've always been here. The only government that has given us full recognition is this of President William Samoei Ruto. And as my chair has ably said, the line has been drawn. We will not seek any friendship with Gachagua and his surrogates, because again, we are privy to a meeting that was held yesterday between Gachagua, Kahiga, and some of their ilk that came up with the deliberations to have that statement made as it was.
This we will not accept. We will not accept this because Governor Rigathi Gachagua himself was a beneficiary. The Constitution 2010, in which he stepped in as deputy president, was as a result of the sweat and blood of Raila Amolo Odinga. Same to the governor of Nyeri County. So we are saying here today that the president and the people of Nyanza should be proud. They should not be made to feel ashamed for any affirmative action that is extended to the people of any region. The people of a particular region who have benefited over the years as a result of skewed application of resources should allow the Constitution, which is under Article 10, to benefit and to be equalized. These are principles, foundational principles under the Constitution.
I want to say that I want to associate this one to somebody who talked about a farmer who died, and the baboons and the monkeys were clapping and cheering that finally the person who had been chasing us away from the farm is dead. Please, watch your statements. Very soon you will understand that the same farmer that you are cheering that is dead is the person who prepared or planted the crops that you are going to benefit from.
We heard yesterday that Gachagua and his team were supposed to pay homage to the home of Raila Amolo Odinga. We urge Gachagua
gutigana na nsemo ya siasa igikaro kyoboremi kyo umwaka w'ekiribu 2020 na Isano ni gobono gyachakire bene ase rituko rya rero asamagacho a KICC meyo mochie o Nairobi. Mwaziri w'oboremi Mosike Mutahi Kawe ni gobono anyare kuboria abaremi bonsi asensi ya Kenya banyare kwegeria abasae gosi ekegorie geke oboremi nabo igoko bari baga rigia iri banyare gutumeka chinjera chiekerero nabo igoko gendereria esekteyo elio gokinia rigesta.
There are opportunities in agriculture for the youth, particularly in value-adding agricultural products. That's where it is for you. There are opportunities in the growing of certain crops, and all crops can be profitable if grown properly. I can give you one example of a coffee farm that is not too far from here, where once the parents handed over the coffee farm to the next generation, the productivity per tree doubled, literally doubled, because of the new way that the new generation is treating the soils, using proper fertilizers and so on. And it doubled in the production. So I am asking also those of you who are my age, not necessarily in this hall, but also outside the hall, the time has come for you to pass the torch to those who understand technology and those who know how to make better use in terms of productivity per acre, in terms of productivity per tree. Give them the mantle so that they can make better use of the land for their benefit as well as our benefit. Now I realize that culturally, there are those who are very tied to agriculture. You have to move with the time. I'm not asking you to hand over your farm to a stranger. I am simply asking you to hand over to the next generation. They are smarter than you think. They can do a better job of it than you can. They are more determined than you are. They know more than you do. And given all those variables, give them the opportunity. And Kenya will be that much better.
Our programs span income generation, youth employment, natural resource management, climate change mitigation, and of course food security. So covering really across all the agricultural sector. Over the years, we were managing to collaborate with more than 1.1 million farmers throughout Kenya.
65% of our total exports are agriculture driven. Of course, you know, tea and coffee being number one, horticulture, floriculture being second and third, but important crops like avocados are really coming up in the ladder.
Tumira nainde gekuraga Chinsa ikomecha wana maragoba asensemo Ekeonga asenchira yobwenge kema nguruko Matildah Obaigwa veni nyavuke kro asevi manyaro na kro ase studio akaberenere Kevin Ongeri kurende ase kekere busyo munyore DJ Reels na Vibes on Vibes iri tukeriga ya Jumatano topsa wotska kyagira Getembe TV na kio Ekeonga kya momogsi.
Superstores nero eduka asorgo nguriga rwa South Nyanza yanchere amone company ya mabati rolling mills yuko yabwatuka ucyase abahonya aiga ntobwate showroom asura achabwirigiriye amabati andonsialia utagete showroom yeto nigo enkale yurengia na boigo ekogokiriso yao chingaki ogoswasa yigakurigiriya amabati aiga ntobwate team tempo abo bagokora imirimo ase showroom yiga babwate chingoro chingiye cyugo kwarigania na boigo cyo tebereriye kende gensi uraganie bagotebereriye company ya mabati rolling mills niko babwate amabati chingenjo ao ayuare ye chikala ao na boigo ayuiga bwate chi profile net gauges ao unamono babwate normal corrugated na boigo box corrugated asime babwate boomerang ayuare aye chigage emerungetato asama mabati aliaye chigage emerungebere na Isano na Isato babwate tile profiles alia au oriental elegantal versatile gross na boigo na versatile mat MRM niko babwate lifestyle ayuago chana roman jinko na boigo web design babwate ligani kabwate chikala bunabone lia chako gray brick red tile red maroon sky blue na boigo na green obutambe bwe mabwate liga niko bokolengana amo nukuganya gwe customer mbabwate bintu bindi boigo ebyo ochukunyara kabo gutumika chinga gicho gwakeranya mabwate liga ase nyumba yao tutari rero ase ouru MRM showroom onyare kabo gukwerera amabwate yu akomenya segeka ayo uchanye warrant na boigo ayo urakoberwa ikasure asubwango edukenyega ya ouru superstores yego toka se nyumba ya ouru complex imiyumucho yigo busongo iyo erangene duka ya Safaricom boigo ngotuka bari ase nyumba ya JM Towers iyo ere angene bengi ya Credit Bank asamange bakere simgwetera seti namba chabo 0111161500 Ouru Superstores, the people's choice, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani. Enya gitari ya Nuga Best nenya gitari ya chirengu maso gusega sigire mechando ao ya maroire ayo agendera ko bagagucanda mwanya banto nigo babwate emashini yekerero iyo ekorongeya egetekyo mogongo yanyinyitora emekia yane kyabuna chingurungo toka kire ase omubere yasibya manyinga egatemiremende emashini ye nigo eroseraniri amaryogo ayo akurukwa nano diamond titanium ayo agutumeka ase oku obugwenia alenayo obokoreri wanuga best ni gobole Obaigwa mono aseba bwate michibi eyo kubwenia marwere yenda buna bulya bwa ovarian cyst, fibroids, prostate enlargement egatia yanda mange wigo mbabwate mashine nde okubeka samarikao eyo kuyarungiya igati yobokoreri bunde obu bakubwatuka imenya gitaliriga iko bakwigura kera lituko ochakera Chinsa 11 chamambya gweka Chinsa 12 chambagaroba nuga best iko bagotuka imiyumo cyobo songo ase nyumba ya Oru Towers lirongo lya kabere ase bare nene ku Chinsa mu kire cya Kisii Kisumu
nja samarieta ngoro kwanongaki ona arwareta marwaire ara mange nkagenda chinya gitari yao korigio obogwenia egere mbwene chinya gitari narete ne chinyinga konyoro obogwenia nkaewa mariogo nkanywa lakini timbe tinkonyoro obogweni boikiranete kero nacha nuga best ngashugulikerwa nkabango chakira lituko nkorara chimashini cha nuga best chimashini echinja bete chigonkonyo mogongo yone nkabwena arthritis nkabwena asthma nkabwena pressure boigo na maroira nda manga yale ngo mubero nenta amanyete na wenete
asamange bakirisi ni wetera sete namba chabo echo chire 0700260518 gose 0770268169 gose 0770410411 wigo nabukubatandira ase website yabo eyure www.nugabestke.com Nuga Best kutanga mbuya kubwa kubwenia.